Now that is a, well, it's dead now, so it's just a carcass. But that was a duiker. Now you would be able to guess what put it up there. I think we can all start guessing that we're going to see a leopard. And I'm not going to tell you which leopard this is. You're going to have to help me ID it yourself. And I'm going to have to speak very quietly because we have perhaps the most severe camera gear I've ever seen. Look at that. Afternoon, everyone. Amazing. This is so awesome, guys. I'm going to wait for you to give me the ID. Which one this is, that would be great. We're not far from the Tuza airstrip. That should give you some indication. Question again. Hey, taking pictures. Oh, look at that. It looks like your guests are into photography. It looks like your guests are into photography a little bit.
What is that?
I don't know. That's at least a couple of decent cannons on there. Thank you very much, guys. Jerry, you were asking. Sorry, we just have to maneuver. There's a different sort of. Jaguar. Oh, look at the big yawn. Well, firstly, leopard would be in Africa, jaguar would be in South America, but essentially the difference is not that much. Leopards typically have bigger rosettes, those markings. Oh, she's getting up as well. Stunning. Guys, I'm still waiting for you to tell me who this is. I know. I would like you to tell me. Oh, she's going to go to the tree. Brother, I'm going to have to just move it onto. Spin the other way around. Come around the right hand side. Watch this. This is always a stunning thing to see. I think she's going up towards the tree. See? No, she's just behind the bush at the moment, so just in that bush behind, but she stopped for a second, but I think she will move again shortly. Nice. Watch this. It is Shadow. Thank you so much for the IDs, Rohisa, Rona, Gerda. A number of people telling us who this is. Oh, stunning. Look at the tail, long tail, helps her to balance. Quite a small female. Shadow is now almost 9 years old. Daughter of Karula, granddaughter of Safari, mother of... I've just gone blank. Excuse me a second. This is just too awesome. Let's just see if she moves. She's taking the carcass. I wouldn't expect that she will move it, or not move it away from the tree. She might just reposition it. I think that's what she's doing. Oh, piece fell. Luckily there's no hyenas yet. That's why she could relax on the ground earlier. Magic view, the sky behind, amazing. As I was saying, Shadow is quite a small female, and traditionally very, very shy. She likes thick bush, she likes to hide. It's not often that you see her up in a tree like this. She's not the best or most dedicated hoister of a carcass. What I mean with that is typically leopard, when they catch food, they take it up in the trees so the other cats don't steal it from them, or hyenas. But she often just leaves the food on the ground, and every so often it gets stolen, which is also something she needed to teach her offspring, as that will influence them. There's a fascinating story about this leopard and her young male cub. Keep in mind with the drive, we are going to be stopping a little bit earlier tonight at 6 o'clock. Sorry, you're welcome to laugh along with me, but I'm sitting here racking my brain because I've totally forgotten the name of her cub, which is a really amazing story. Yes, I knew it was like, I wanted to say Shimungwe, which is a battalier. Shindile, thank you very much. Beautiful. We're now sitting down here in the shadows. The sun is busy setting behind us. She's obviously nice and high up in a tree. She's a good 7 meters or so, 2 stories give or take from the ground. Yes, that's a very good observation, and we actually spoke about it just now as well. Cecilia been on many drives, have followed Shadow's story and saying that Shadow likes to keep her food on the ground, and that's one of the reasons her cubs have struggled as well. She's not yet raised successful cubs. Sindile would be the closest she's come to that so far, and part of that reason is because their food gets stolen so easily. She doesn't do it, and she doesn't teach her cubs that well to take the food up into the tree, which is strange because she grew up with Karula, her mother, which many of you know. Karula is a far above average leopard in the sense of hunting ability, protecting the food, and raising cubs. I mean, leopard mortality, Brent was saying earlier today that according to Panthera, the guys that study these cats, the leopard mortality rate is up to 70%. That means out of 10 leopard born in Sabi sand, 3 make it to adulthood on average. Now Karula, up until her recent bad luck with Ahina and her cubs, had raised all of her early litters, all of the cubs. So this one, Shadow, her sister Tandi, who by the way takes her food up the trees all the time, Misho and Duna, 2 male offspring. Then there was a litter that I didn't know very well, I can't remember their name, and then of course Kunyuma and Quarantine, the guys that we got to know quite well. Each time of those she'd raised both cubs, and her mother Safari was also phenomenally good at it. So it shows you just how different personality comes through in the end, or how different genetic traits can come through as well. Hello Ashley, always nice to have new people on safari. They tell me that this is one of your first drives, or perhaps your first drive. Awesome to have you here. Ashley's asking, how do we know which leopard this is? Well, in English there's a saying that backs up our theory, and that saying goes, a leopard doesn't change its spots. So that's the key to that. So you get to know certain patterns on them. whether it's whisker spots, one of the ways you use the spots around the facial markings, otherwise just markings on the face. With Karula, for instance, this one's mother, you can actually see the word wow in the spots between the brow, of sort of between the eyes or above the eye line. We used to have a big male leopard here, beautiful male to the east, years ago when I was guiding here, called 3-spot, because he had these perfect 3 spots on his whisker line. So different cats you can recognize from their spots. Oh, beautiful light there. Wait. I want to try and move just now, and I'm also speaking very softly because we're sitting very close to 2 other game drive vehicles here, and we have to consider each other, but I think we can possibly go further away. Let's see if we can get another view. To another beautiful one that HT's been setting up to you. I'm sure it's going to be stunning. Enjoy. Oh, beautiful sunset there with HT. We have found another spot with another view. Just have to quickly make some space here. What's up, guys?
Stay inside the car.
Game drive going past us. Cheers, guys. Enjoy it. It's so nice to see people at sites like this. Smiles on their faces. Lovely to see. Now, just to get back to it, sorry, there's been so much commotion here with other vehicles, but she's got a good place there, although it's out on the proverbial limb now where she's got the carcass. She's eaten most of it. She will finish, unfortunately for us, I think, this food tonight with a little bit of, actually with a lot of luck, we might find her here in the morning, but more likely she'll finish this tonight. Hopefully we can find her again tomorrow. But just brilliant to see her. I mean, this is a cat I've known since she was a cub, running around with mum, playing with her sister. So it's always nice to see her again. I can see her looking around there, staring off into the sort of southern direction. Maybe she's seen something. I can hear some plovers or lapwings there towards the airstrip calling. Who knows, maybe Ahina, we saw some earlier, tasting the breeze and smelling that there's a carcass somewhere to be tracked down. By the looks of it, she's determined to not lose a single piece of this duiker. More importantly, of this resource, food. Hello from Connecticut, if I got that right, it's breaking up a bit on the radio, but Joyce asking, how close are we to Aretusa Lodge, and more importantly, the waterhole there? In a straight line, not very far. Kilometer maybe, less than a mile. Oh, beautiful, she's moving. Oh, almost falling herself. That's a tiny little branch that she's on, keep that in mind. Amazing view. How lucky we are. You can see her checking around, looking around. As I said, this is the time, evening is upon us now, so she's got to stay very alert for potential threats. She's safe up in the tree, but perhaps, like Joyce was saying there, asking about the water, perhaps she might consider going for a drink. It's not that far away. Good question, Genevieve, as well. Another distance question. Genevieve just from wondering how far are we from the Zahino that we saw. Not that far, but far enough. I don't think she has to be too worried, Genevieve. More than a kilometer, I would say. Cities in the world. Big Apple, stunning city. One of my little dreams for down the line. I would still love to drive from 5th Avenue all the way into Times Square in the Jigga. Live, preferably. Have a New York game drive. To give you an idea of how high up she is in the canopy, there's some vehicles under the tree, so we can't show you the ground, but we can certainly what she's sitting in. Look at that, she's going down. Beautiful when they move. I just love watching leopard move. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. As I've mentioned, but let me just mention it again, I am speaking quite softly. We are with other vehicles, with other guests as well. Well, looking forward to getting out there, although I know he would love to see this cat. He has a soft spot for Shadow. And we had an amazing view of her up in the tree, but this is not bad either. Busy grooming a little bit, cleaning a bit, licking her paws clean. Might get a yawn or two. And I'm a little bit excited about the fact that she left the food up there, because there's enough left that maybe she could still have this in the morning, although I think she will probably finish it tonight. But one can always hope. Just while we're enjoying this lovely, almost tranquil view, not almost, it is tranquil. It's cooled down now as well, which is fantastic. It was a hot one today. Just a reminder about one or two things. We'll be saying goodbye shortly, in a few minutes, 5 minutes almost. But we had a fantastic morning. Firstly, a big thank you again for everyone that joined us this morning. The faces in the vehicle, the more friends we have here, the more people we know that know us, that know these cats, that can help us ID things, that can help me with information that I've forgotten over the years, the better. It is always great to be on safari with people you know. So please join us. And tomorrow also we will have 2 hours of game drive, starting at 6. The first hour will be the television show. Obviously you can join us for that live from anywhere as well. And the second hour will be, as usual, on the internet. But a very exciting time in all. As I started sort of off in the beginning of this drive, just so exciting to be part of this, so excited to see all the changes. As I said, I feel like I'm driving around in a dream, seeing everything going on here around us, in terms of the vehicles, in terms of the technology, in terms of just everything we do, and obviously second most of all, in terms of the wildlife we see, most of all in terms of the experience we can share with you and you with us. That's a brilliant part of this experience. And I'm probably going to do this again before the end of the drive. Huge part of that experience also. Like all animals that live out in truly wild conditions. Truly wild, truly free, but also great survivors. Fast breathing, belly's full, and it's hot. Hot weather and full belly makes for fast breathing to help her cool down, but also her belly gets so full that the diaphragm actually can't move as freely as normal, so she can only take shallow breaths. Guys, well, it's such a privilege to be back here again. Please join us in the morning. It's going to be lovely. Not lovely, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be spectacular. All those things, trust me. It's going to be awesome. Ryan, nice to have you in the vehicle, and the whole team of Wilder. Thank you so much. We will see you again tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. African time.